Good evening, everybody. STRANG here. Just going to go over the latest announcement by Coinbase. They do this every few months about new projects that they're looking at which may possibly end up on Coinbase. Every time they do this tweet and then subsequently on their blog, this is actually a screenshot here, is from blog.coinbase.com. The projects normally have a massive pump, especially the new projects, and then over the week they sort of calm down a bit and lose the massive pump they've had. But there's obviously, this is the biggest list they've ever released of exciting projects that may get listed. Now, I say there's a lot to obviously go over in one video, so a lot of them I've mentioned before, but there's obviously some new ones there which I've never heard about, so I'm just going to go more in depth about some of the new projects. So you can see from the list there, AVE, obviously Lend, mentioned before, has had a fantastic year, wonderful project. AMP, never heard much of AMP. It's a project I looked in briefly, but it's not one that I'm personally going to be getting sort of into. It's ranked 342. Market cap is sort of 21 million. But what I didn't like about it was the supply. It's only basically at the moment just over 4 billion, but the total supply is 85 billion. So very limited amount out there at the moment. Current price is half a cent. Its all-time high is just over 1 cent. It looks like a genuine product that could have genuine use case. It's not me personally what I'm going to get into. AMPL, the next one. Obviously this year it's had a very volatile, crazy price pumps and then massive dumps. You know, I remember in the space of a few weeks it went from $1 to $4, and then about 6 weeks after that it was back at like 75 cents. But I'm going to do a dedicated video soon on AMPL, so I'm not going to over it much in this video, but I'll say there's so many to cover in this. ANKR, for instance, you know, it's ranked 135. I spoke about this briefly before. It's basically building infrastructure for platform market for Web3 stack, and the platform basically to somehow aims to provide users with a customized and a user-friendly node. So again, roughly half the supply is out there. So it does look a good solid project. ANKR, obviously if it went on Coinbase it would do absolutely fantastic. Next on the list was ARCOIN, which isn't actually listed on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap at the moment, but when I went on the site, it was pretty incredible to see this, where it's the first SEC-registered fund to issue shares as digital securities. Now, the ARCOIN US Treasury Fund is the first of its kind, a closed-end fund registered under the Investment Company Act 1940, issuing shares as digital securities. So this is one that I say, it's not actually on CoinMarket at the moment, but it's one that I'm certainly going to keep an eye on, because it states there, you know, all parts of it, you know, invest in the ARCOIN US Treasury Fund. It's, you know, provides investors and enterprises access to a managed portfolio consisting primarily of one of the most historic low volatile US assets, US government bills, bonds and notes. Very interesting project. So you can see all the different sections to it. Just went on there, you know, it's just got a lot of parts to it, which really does need further investigation. So this is one will certainly be on my radar. I'll just keep an eye on it. It's obviously in development. It's not really out there much at the moment, but ARCOIN, obviously I've never heard of it before. Coinbase did this announcement, but it looks very, very interesting. So that one. The next one on the list was Audius, and if I just quickly go back to this thing, when you scroll, you can see obviously it said there's many, many projects, but when you go down the page at the bottom, it actually lists all. It states there, please note, Coinbase is an investor in the following crypto project. So if he's investing in it, you imagine sooner or later we'll actually be on their exchange, you know, if they're pumping money into it. And Audius is one of them, you know. I looked at the project. Again, it's not for me. I'm sure it'll do very well, especially with Coinbase behind it. It's basically a decentralized music sharing and streaming protocol that facilitates Audius direct transactions between listeners and creators, giving everyone the freedom to distribute, monetize and stream any audio content. This week it's had a massive pump on this news, probably because of the fact that Coinbase has been announced as an investor, but even so, it's had a massive pump, you know, but it's dropped 51% today. So its all-time high was 53 cents, at the moment it's 23 cents. He's ranked 294. So, you know, again, it's probably one that could do very well in the future. And it also states here they're investing in Curve, Reserve Rights, TBTC and the Graph. Coinbase intends to maintain its investment in these entities for the foreseeable future and maintains internal policies that address the timing of permissible disposition of any related digital assets, if applicable. Decisions to port any asset will never be based on Coinbase investments, and all assets follow a standard review process. So basically saying it's not just because they're investing, it doesn't mean it's going to be on exchange, but if they're investing, you'd like to think they're going to guide them so one day we'll get on it, but who knows. So So going back to the list, I say it's an absolutely incredible list, but another one was Bambridge, or Bambridge, shall I say. Again, it's not listed anywhere. I went on the site, quite basic, they've got an app, but basically it's tokenized risk protocol. And you scroll through the site and, it's a smart yield, interest rate volatility, risk mitigation using debt-based derivatives, smart alpha. And it states they need help with something, so you can chat with them and get up to date, but there's not a huge amount of information. So Bambridge is one I'm sort of just going to, again, have my list of when Coinbase do this, and I'll keep an eye on it, when it gets on CoinMarkup or CoinGecko, and I can actually track it. The next one on the list was BitTorrent, which we know about. I've spoken about that many times, not one for me personally. Next one on the list was Centrifuge, RAD. Again, never heard of it, and it's not listed on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. So again, it's another one which is sort of in development. Another one there was Conflux Network. Now, again, it's not listed on any, CoinMarketCap or etc. But you go through it, does look again an interesting project. Another one again to keep your eye on. But it states there, breakthrough network. A Conflux network is an open protocol for new world of dApps, finance, and Web 3.0. As a fast and secure public blockchain, Conflux network combines proof of work and a tree graph structure to power a new generation of decentralized commerce. I go through Sequoia, Metastable, Fundamental Labs, F2 Pool, and Huobi Capital. So it's staying in a high efficiency public blockchain, trustworthy and participatory. The core value of blockchain is that it establishes a trustworthy and participatory decentralized platform without relying on the endorsement of any organization or individual. So again, they're saying scalability. By adopting a scalability consensus mechanism and safety retaining fault blocks, Conflux realized a high throughput rate of 3,000 to 6,000 transactions per second in a real-world net testing. Not massive, what some companies are claiming to do, but if they've done their testing, it's still obviously very good. So it's another project, and you can see there, I looked at their roadmap, and you can see it needs updating, which again, they're sort of going into the fourth quarter of 2020, but I thought there's nothing for 2021 yet. But you can see the mainnet phase 3's out. Many projects, as we get sort of in the fourth quarter, you thought they'd be bringing out the 2021 roadmap. But, again, that's entirely up to them. So it does look an interesting project. In fact, it's been around for quite a while. It's launched since quarter 1 2018, and it's not on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko yet. So obviously been slowly getting there, but hopefully 2021 will be a fantastic year. Another one just to keep on your radar. Curve, I've mentioned before, it's obviously exchange as well. There's many aspects of the curve. The next one on the list was DFI Money, YFII. Now this has just had what you call a crazy year. It's ranked 117. Market cap is approaching 73 million. Now, back in August, it was $96. In September, it was $9,400. Absolutely unbelievable. And it's on many exchanges. I always say, if you ever want to see what these coins, what they're on, go on CoinMarketCap, hit market pairs, and you can see that YFI is on many, many exchanges. Some big ones, decent ones, Coinbase, LA Token, obviously Binance, BKX, Huobi, and OKX, I say, it's big exchanges, and the volatility of that price is absolutely incredible. $96 to over 9,000, wow. And obviously you can see that by the supply is so low. Its majority is out there, and the total supply, and the max who say is 39,375. That's why it is the price what it is, and it's ranked 117. Absolutely incredible. So if I had to spare a couple of thousand, I probably would like to get one of these YFI because of the rapid price it's had. If it went on Coinbase again, it would obviously do very, very well. But what incredible few months his project's had. Anyway, next one on the list was Elrond Gold, which we spoke about recently. I was been into Elrond all this year, and I had a big bag of Elrond. Then they sort of, transferred all basically Elrond ERD to EGLD, Elrond Gold. Memory serves me, I think I'm right in saying for every 1,000 ERD we got one EGLD. I think I'm right in saying that. It's quite a while ago now, so I think that's what it was. Anyway, it's another one we spoke about, I've mentioned briefly before. It's ranked 134. They've also got a stable coin, USDJ, but it's ranked 134, as I say. Market's 58.5 million. But again, the circulating supply to the max supply, it's basically a quarter out there. So it does look a real solid project. Been quite up and down with the prices over the last few months. Again, good solid project. Another one was Meter. Now, Meter was on the list, and it's basically it's basically a stable coin. It's an M stable, and what they claim to do on Meter. If we just go back to this, you'll again see such a huge list it is. But you go on Meter, and it basically is M stable, which is what Meter is. Unites stable coins, lending, and swapping into one standard. So personally, it's not for me. But again, looks like a genuine product out there, which may or not do very well. The next one listed there is Movie Block, co-founded by Chris Kang, Jeffrey Jin, and it's a reverse ICO project driven by the Korean video streaming platform Pandora. Movie Block is basically designed to be a decentralized movie and content distribution platform, ranked 461. Currently 0.001, highest ever been is 0.06. 13 million market cap. So with these video streaming platforms, etc., it may do well in the future. Who knows? M stable. Do we look at that really much? Really, basically, let's say there. It's about Meter really, and M stable, same sort of thing really. Neo, obviously mentioned many times before. You'd have thought by now Neo would have been on Coinbase. Obviously, it was one of the big projects of the last bull run. Fantastic. It was called the Chinese Ethereum at the time, being very sort of stagnant, but they bring out Neo 3.0 and the development on that. So, in fact, Neo 3.0 is actually out, I believe, but I just haven't followed the project for so long. I used to own a lot of Neo, used to really believe in Neo, but I sold my Neo quite some time ago and I haven't really followed it, to be honest. The next on the list I spoke about many times, and I've had the team on my channel. I absolutely love the project. And this is really interesting because last year, when Nervos come out, Coinbase straight away announced that they're interested in the product or the project. And here we are, basically a year later, as Nervos keeps developing, he's keep doing very, very well. Absolutely love the project. The fact they've mentioned it again, I'm really hopeful that one day Nervos will get on Coinbase. Again, I just think it's the way they're developing Nervos, CKB. I think it's an absolutely wonderful project, and I was really excited to see this on Coinbase's radar again. I say when it was brand new, Coinbase sort of announced it on one of these sort of blogs and tweets, but now I'm mentioning it again. I'm really hopeful Nervos will get on. I think that'll do absolutely fantastic, and the price is so low. When I looked yesterday, it was 0.004, and so basically you could get yourself 40,000 odd for whatever, 120, 130 British pounds. So again, not financial advice. Me personally, I think that's a really, really low price considering how excellent the project is and their roadmap and their development. So I know I spoke about Nervos many times. The next one was new Cipher. Not a huge amount of information on it. I found some bits on Medium about new Cipher. It's not even on CoinGecko, it's on CoinMarketCap. It's such a low ranking because obviously the market cap isn't on there. The volume, just over 1 million in the last 24 hours. It's a huge supply. But it basically aims to provide encryption and cryptography access controls without reliance on a central service provider. So that's what new Cipher does. Again, it's a project possibly for the future. Who knows? Again, it's just one you're going to have to keep your eye on, sort of thing. Some other projects here was another one at NXM, which again I've never heard of. It's actually ranked 71, and market cap is not 559 million. And just a basically a fairly new project to me, really. I think it's only been out like 5 or 6 months, but it seems to do very well. The circulating supply and total supply is very low in crypto speak. Circulating supply is 5.5 million, total supply is 7,400,000 nearly. So hence in the price is $28. So you sort of go through NXM and you think, well, it does look a real solid project. When you scroll down here, you can see the prices. Its all-time high, it actually reached $82 end of August. But literally a month before that, July the 23rd, was its all-time low of $6.84. So basically in the face of 5-6 weeks, it went from $6.84 to over $80. So what it states here, Nexus Mutual uses Ethereum so that people can pool risk together without the need for insurance companies. So I quickly on their website, nexusmutual.io, and it's a people-powered alternative to insurance. Get covered against smart contract failure. Different thing what I've heard of before. Quite a bit of information on the website. Again, it looks quite interesting. Seems to be a UK-based company. And it states there, we'll build an alternative to risk-sharing platform. In the future, we plan to offer crypto wallet cover as well as more standard products like earthquake cover. So they're going away from blockchain as well. But it states there also, smart contract cover, the secure risk and potential bugs in smart contract code be covered for events like the DAO hack or parity multi-sig wallet issues. purchase smart contract cover. Very interesting, totally different, might become quite a thing in the future as blockchain develops and people want that insurance. It does look a very interesting, and you can see down here the team down there. You know, the founder was a guy called Hugh Karp, insurance professional and actually with 15 years experience in a broad range of insurance and reinsurance roles, including CFO of UK life operations for global reinsurer, blockchain enthusiast since 2011. So it's also got a big advisory board. You see the advisors, you see the participants, the partners. So it does seem to be a real solid project. And I was amazed when I sort of first looked into it to see that it was ranked 71, NXM. That's certainly one to keep on your radar. Going back to the list, obviously there's many on here, as we've said. So the list they put at the top is actually some more added actually in their description below. You know, when you scroll down here, you can actually see some more mentioned ones they're exploring. So Nexus Mutual, say NKN, I mentioned a couple of months ago. I really liked the project when it was sort of outside the top 2,000 on CoinMarket, very low cap gem to me, and now Coinbase are looking at it, so that was interesting. Ontology, you know, I love my Ontology. You know, I've mentioned Ontology many times. Great Chinese project, absolutely fantastic. You know, it'd be great to see that on Coinbase. Absolutely fantastic. Paxos Gold, Paxos Standard, mentioned before. Reserve Rights RSR, absolutely great project. Really, you know, as I say, also the fact Coinbase invested in it, but it is a wonderful project. But when you talk about price, only 10% of the circulating supply is out there with RSR. RSV is basically the stable coin of the reserve network. So again, RSR does look a wonderful project, but the fact so low is out there, again, that affect the price as you go through it. But I say there's just so many projects to go through here, isn't there? You know, you look at Scales, another one, again, not listed on CoinMarket or CoinGecko, is Elastic Blockchain Network. Now, this has been mentioned before, and it states, build powerful Ethereum dApps. Run your dApps in a decentralized modular cloud built for real world needs and configured for your requirements. So again, looks like a really in-depth, high technologies. You go down here, you can see all the different, you know, this is going way beyond the basics of blockchain. So again, looks interesting. Let's see how they develop. Who knows, you know? I say it's just so many projects listed on here, you know. And another one was Request, REQ, which I've looked in before. I really like this. Ranked 330, market cap 22 million. What I again like about Request, I'm actually going to get some REQ because I've looked into it. It does look good. Let's be honest, it really does look a really solid project. And, you know, the majority of the supply is out there. Circulating supply 981 million. The total supply is just short of 1 billion. So it really does look an absolute wonderful project, Request. You go on their website, Request.network, and it's basically pay and get paid in cryptocurrencies. From simple payment requests to fully compliant digital currency invoices, Request helps you to get paid in crypto while providing full control of your financial data. And again, we believe payment experience should be seamless for users and free from artificial barriers imposed by closed ecosystems. You can see all the partnerships there. You can say what they're working on. You look in there, it's got a full roadmap, but you know, you can see there currency swaps, Ethereum network, customized invoice branding, recurring invoices, and it's got a good video there. I watched that. Interested in the project itself. I follow them on Twitter, also follow them on LinkedIn actually as well. But it's, again, this looks a really good one, and I'm definitely going to get some REQ again because so much of it is out there. It's not a project with only 20-30% of the, you know, the volumes out there, the circulating supply is out there. It's basically nearly all the coins are out there. So again, that looks really good. The next one on the list was Sun. Again, it's not for me, to be honest with you. Basically, the Sun is a cryptocurrency designed to further development of the decentralized finance DeFi on Tron network. And you can see the fact it's called Sun, and obviously it's closely associated with Tron and bears the same surname of the Tron's founder, Justin Sun. So he's obviously got something to do with it. But you can see the circulating supply is basically 1,677,000. Total supply is just short of 20 million. So again, not much of it is out there, and there's not a huge amount anywhere. Hence why it's $10.57. So some crazy prices though. Look briefly, I see down here all-time high was actually back in September 11th, $35. It's not one that I'm personally going to be very interested in, But anyway, let's see how they develop. Another one, they mentioned Terra Luna, which we spoke about recently on staking rewards. Superb staking rewards if you get your Luna. Go on stakingrewards.com. I've done a video yesterday about Cardano staking, and I spoke about other staking rewards you can get, and Luna was one of the best rewards at the moment. Ranked 85 market cap, 121 million. Roughly, just over a third of the circulating supplies out there. It's obviously not fantastic, but Terra Luna, it aims to build a new financial infrastructure that works better for everyone. The network is powered by a family of stable coins, each pegged to major fiat currencies, stabilised with Terra's native token Luna. Terra's mission is to set money free by building an open financial infrastructure. So it looks a real solid project. The fact it's in the top 100 is obviously fantastic for it. Again, one to keep your eye on to see how it progresses. Another one, the Graph, GRT, which again is another one Coinbase actually invest in. So it's certainly one to keep on your radar, and it's basically APIs for a vibrant, decentralized future. Again, thegraph.com if you want to check it out yourself. It does look good. It states there, Web3 is a new stack for a radically better internet. All data is stored and processed on open networks with verifiable integrity. The Graph makes querying this data fast, reliable, and secure. So, you sort of look down there and it's got DeFi governance, marketplace entertainment. It seems to be an all-in-one package of the Graph. And it does, have a lot to going for it and a lot of interest in it, and certainly a lot going on development-wise. So, another one, again, looks good. Now, Wing, it's ranked 875. Market cap is very low. But again, also, the supply is very low. 2 million is the max, which is low in crypto speak. There's only a quarter out there. Now, reported circulating supply 500,000, just over, so it's basically a quarter is out there. $12.86. It's got different pools. It's got like a flash pool. The first product on Wing, the flash pool, claims to support assets lending. It is introduced insurance pool to lower asset risks. It is claimed that users can earn rewards in Wing from a flash pool by lending, loaning, depositing. And it currently supports Ontology, Ethereum, BTC, USDT, and DAI. It's also got credit lending, as they say, which can launch its own IF pool, a credit-based lending product where users with an OS score can deposit assets with a value of 80% or higher. Community proposals. It's further claimed that Wing DAO. I was just reading a news article this morning where it stated the community members are encouraged to propose for DeFi services. So again, it's one certainly in development, and this one I really do like, even though the total supply is obviously not huge in crypto speed, but the fact it's only quarter out there is not the best. However, it does look a really, really good, solid project, and this is one that I will be getting into. Now, again, you go on market pairs, and again, it's only on Binance, really, and OKX. So again, it's not on many, but it really, really does look an interesting project. I really do like this, and you can see there, $12.86. All-time high, though, was $140 back last month. Its all-time low was $12 on October the 24th, today, So this is this low. So it's one that, because it is, it's had such growth, it's dropped another 7%. Now I'm surprised when you think September, we had that massive price. With the news of Coinbase, you thought it'd be somewhere in between, wouldn't you? Not its all-time low within a few days. So Wing really does look good. I'm looking to this bit more, and I think I really will be getting some Wing. Not to be confused with Wink, which, if you're on exchange like myself, you've probably got a lot of free Wink. Also, they just added Wink onto many people's different wallets on these exchanges. And I think they gave me about 30,000, 40,000, but obviously it's not worth a lot when you look at the price, 0.00082. It's ranked 200. Market cap is approaching 26 million. It's a third of the supplies out there. Basically, what is Wink? To sum up, it's a gaming platform for users to play, socialise, and stake across multiple blockchain ecosystems that leverages the Wing token as the native digital asset with this platform. So that's basically what it is. And Wing aims to build an ecosystem that provides a high-quality, decentralised gaming experience to enable developers to build dApps that drive genuine adoption and engage users, participate and contribute as active stakeholders in the platform. So we spoke before about gaming, like Engine, etc. So Wink, I say you've probably got some free Wink somewhere yourselves. Again, ranked 200, so it's doing well. It's just obviously a huge supply. There's only a third of it out there, so obviously on the price, been out well over a year, this project. So another one is Wrapped Bitcoin, which I know a lot of people spoke about, and it's crazy to see. It's actually broke through the top 20. It's actually ranked 19 now. The market cap is nearly approaching 1.5 billion. You know, but the circulating supply 110,975 compared to the max supply of 21 million. So obviously the same as Bitcoin sort of max supply. It's been around a year and a half. Crazy prices again. When you sort of look at wrap BTC, you know, back in February 2019 it was $3,000, shall I say, sorry. But by August last year it was $40,000. And here we are, October 2020, $13,000. So it's obviously incredible prices, you know, let's be honest. And wrap Bitcoin is basically a tokenized version of Bitcoin, but it runs on the Ethereum blockchain, would you believe? WBTC is actually compliant with ERC20, the basic compatibility standard of the Ethereum blockchain, allowing it to be fully integrated into the latter's ecosystem of decentralized exchanges. So WBTC is backed by Bitcoin at 1-to-1 ratio via a network of automatically monitored merchants and custodians. So I've seen a lot of people talking about wrap BTC. I don't own any, don't ever will. But the fact is, gone into the top 20 is absolutely incredible. And if it did go on Coinbase, who knows if it would go back to these all-time highs, you know, of last year, 40,000. That is absolutely incredible, though. So there's obviously a lot of projects out there, let's be honest. They've mentioned so many. And if I go back to it, as I say, when you go on here, obviously other projects they talk about, Tron. I'm not a fan of Tron. VeChain, obviously I really like VeChain. That'd be absolutely wonderful on Coinbase. That would be absolutely fantastic. So you go through this list. It's obviously a big list, as I say. AVE, fantastic. Already own AVE. AMP, not yet. Keep on radar. AMPL, dedicated video soon. I think that's a really exciting project. ANKR looks a great solid project. ARCOIN, one for the future. Audius, not for me, nor Bambridge. BitTorrent, definitely not for me. It's been around a while. You know, if you had Tron, you got some free BTT on launch. I think you still do on exchanges. I think if you hold Tron, you still get your free BTT every month. I'm not entirely sure about that. Centrifuge, again, brand new project. Conflux looks interesting. Curve's obviously a very good project. DFI Money Wi-Fi is crazy prices. Elron Gold, I'll keep my EGLD from when I held my ERD when they transferred to EGLD. I won't be buying any more. Just, yep, going to get in some Just. I don't do stable coins, so Just stable coin not for me. Meter, no, it's not for me. Movie Block, no. Stable, no. Neo, let's see how Neo develops. You know, I used to be a big holder of Neo, but as I said, it'd be great if it did get on Coinbase. Maybe it'd be re-energized. You know, I haven't looked into Neo for so long. Nervous, absolutely wonderful. Be a fantastic day when that gets on Coinbase. Nexus Mutual, insurance side of it, again, looks really interesting. That's one that's certain. In fact, it's now ranked 71. Is fantastic. ANKR, as I mentioned before, real solid project. New Cipher, keep me on that. Ontology, already love the project. Won't be holding Paxos Gold or Paxos Standard. Reserve, yep. You know, absolutely fantastic, but low amount, as I said. Reserve rights, stablecoin, nope. Request Network, yep. Going to get some Request Network. Scal, just going to monitor. Sun, no, not for me. Terra, I keep my eye on. Graph, again, because it's Coinbase Investor, certainly one to keep my eye on. Tron, no. VeChain, obviously, yes. Wing, definitely. That's one I really have all this list. That's one I'm really excited about the most. Wink, no. And wrap Bitcoin, no. So, but as I say, when you go to this list up here, you just look at that list. It really is a massive list. And even though I said before, very few of these projects actually get listed on Coinbase. You'd like to think with such a massive list, at least a few of those would get on there. I know that, as I said, the ones I'd love to see on there, there's some real great projects there. Some not for me, but some real solid, wonderful projects. So just an overview. As I say, it's a massive list. I'd love to know out of all these projects, the ones that you think I really should keep my eye on and the ones that are actually really solid. It'd be great to hear from you. Thanks very much. Do another video soon. Cheers. Have a good evening. Bye.